What's up, challengers? Welcome to the gym. My name's Gym Leader Geo, and this is the GBA Season 6 Week 7 battle of the San Francisco GiEnteis against the Philadelphia Scizors and their coach, Chimpact. And I am super pumped for this fight. I'm super pumped because I really wanted to battle Chimpact. I've never battled Chimpact before. I'm not super pumped because he's hitting me up on Discord saying, "What's going on?" I'm recording my intro, Chim. God, man. And everybody's blowing. Why am I blowing up? Alright, I'm really nervous to see the Kingdra. I really hope I don't see the Kingdra. And I don't see the Kingdra. Okay, good things about this match is he brought 3 different Pokemon that Absol can set up on. And that is my key to winning here. So we see that he did bring the Rain. And he sees that I didn't bring the Manaphy. So, good moves on his part. He has the Politoed, the Tornadus. We gotta do this. Tornadus T, the Politoed, the Steelix, the Scolipede. No Cofagrigus, Celebi, no Blastoise. Is that right? 2, 4, 6. That looks right to me. So, definitely a threatening Rain team. His goal is definitely going to be to keep the Rain up so that Fire is not going to be very effective against that Steelix or that Celebi. I did not bring, or the Scolipede. So, lots of lead options here. Tornadus is a great pivot lead at the very beginning, as is the Politoed. Or he could go straight away for that Scolly lead and try and get something out of that. I'm going to lead with Zap Zap because he has a pretty good matchup against most of those things. The one thing is that if he opts to lead with Mega Diancie, that's a little bit unfortunate for me. I think he has better lead options than the Mega Diancie. It's very possible he'll want to lead with it, maybe to get rocks up right away. I think I'm gonna do this anyway, though. I'm gonna lead this way. That Steelix might want to get rocks up right away because he knows that the Mega Absol can't stay in on it first turn because he could threaten me too much. So I can lead off with Zap Zap here, and we're gonna see what's happening. He has been having a little bit of internet troubles recently, as we can kind of see here. There's some lag going on just in the initiation of this battle. Is there music playing? There is, but I don't see anything happening. Jam, you're scaring me. He warned me beforehand that his internet's been a little bit dodgy recently. Mine has been alright, so I don't suspect that if there's something going on that it's me that's causing it. But I am going to check here to make sure that he's seeing this also. I said, "You seeing this? Pure black screen?" And he said, yeah, it's on my side, I think. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are actually seeing the screen this time, not just pure bleak blackness. Please don't get stuck here again. Looks like we are. Oh, there we go. Chimp is issuing a challenge. Let's see who he ended up leading with. I'm hoping pretty much anything but that Diancie. Dat boy to Politoed. Dat Politoed boy with the drizzle. So, a couple of things he knows. He could have the Ice Beam. We don't know how long. We need to keep track of the rain turns here. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing. We know Drizzle on the Politoed. Writing this down. And Steelix. Could have Sheer Force. Could be a little bit more of an offensive. Okay. Looking at this, he could switch right away into that Steelix, and of course, I don't really... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hard switch, because if I hard switch into Politoed, I can probably into Remix here, because I can become Politoed. I'll probably switch first, unless he's Scarfed. No, if he's not switching. There's a good chance he switches into Steelix here. Hard switches, and I'd like to be a Politoed against that Steelix. Take advantage of this rain a little bit. If he's going to opt to stay in, go for the Ice Beam, he's going to withdraw before me, so he is faster than me. He's probably Scarf. He's Scarfed, or at the very least, he's got a significant investment. So now it's going to be 2 Steelixes against each other. So he does outspeed, his Politoed outspeeds my Zapdos. Good to know. We got Goldie Rocks here, so we might just exchange rocks. Oh, the lag is really unsettling for me, but we are back into it here. Good chance we just exchange rocks. What we see here, and this is going to be huge for me, is knowing the Steelix's move pool, which is Iron Head, Stealth Rock, Roar, and Toxic. Now, that means that Ditto is a safe switch into the Steelix every single day of the week. So I can go for Stealth Rocks here. Or I could just roar him. No, I'm going to go for rocks. We're going to exchange our rocks. I'm pretty sure he's going to click Stealth Rocks also. There would be no reason for him to go for that, the Iron Head. Yeah, he's going to exchange rocks. Not a huge deal for me. Personally, I'm not too bent out of shape about those rocks. They'll help me a lot against that chip damage against the Torn T, as well as against that Scolipede. Now, obviously I'm Scarfed and I'm going to have to switch. Were he the type of person to go for Toxic, the Iron Head, knowing that he has Iron Head, how much can he do to my Nidoking? Because that's all he's got. I know that's all he's got now. He doesn't have Earthquake. He doesn't even have Heavy Slam. He's got Iron Head, and that's it. He can't hit me with Toxic. He could Roar. Iron Head could still hit me really hard if he's Adamant, actually. What do I think he's going to do? Start roaring me around? I don't want to take stealth. I don't want to take rocks damage for no reason. I'm gonna click Stealth Rock here. I know it doesn't really. It's really just a waste of turn to see what he's gonna click. I think there's a good chance he clicks Roar, predicting my hard switch. Yeah, I think there's a good chance he clicks Roar here. And so I don't want to switch in something, take a bunch of damage. So I go first. He does click Roar. So I didn't want to switch in a check and then immediately take damage. Dwayne the Regirock Johnson's gonna come in. Gonna break my Sturdy, of course. Iron Head for Dwayne. Oh yeah, I forgot I have leftovers. Iron Head against Dwayne from Steelix. We know no Earthquake. That's the most he could have done to me. Iron Head's not going to do a lot. Of course, I'm not going to do a ton to him either. But Earthquake's really better than nothing. He could switch into the Torn here. He'll take 25. I could then switch into my Zapdos. I'll take 25. I'm willing to exchange a little damage on Goldie Rocks here to get this, to get a little bit of hurt off. If he switches into Torn T, I have switch-ins all day. There's a really good chance he does switch into Torn T here, but I'd rather make him make that play, because to me, it's basically a non-loss scenario, because I know I can survive a 3-hit KO from that Torn on Zapdos. He's actually going to stay in and let me weaken this thing. This is what I need. We know he doesn't have reliable recovery. We see he's very, very defensive. But he's going to see that I'm pretty defensive also. I'm going to get my leftovers recovery. I imagine he's got leftovers recovery of his own. He does. So after that, I did a little less damage than I would have liked, to be honest. But I know, because I did my homework, I need that Steelix at 54% or less to guarantee that at +2... Oh, that's another thing to check. Regirock is currently at 136 out of 87. 136 out of 187, that is. So I'm down to 72%. based on the damage I did to him. Yeah, and that was a mid-roll, and we see a DC here. So that's not going to have been me. That's not going to have been me. I'm going to click run here, just to make sure that we don't see any moves there. Yep, I'm still online, so unfortunately it looks like Chimpact DC'd there. I'm gonna check in and see what happens, and then we'll follow up in just a second. Be right back, guys. Challengers, we are back, and we have recreated this to be as close to the situation we had previously seen as possible. I, of course, in my off time was looking into ways to kind of work around this. So the damage that the Steelix is putting out on second thought is probably closer to invested adamant damage with max HP. So it's not a great idea for Regirock to stay in here. However, I am still keeping track of turns. That was the 4th turn. So this being turn 5, I could switch in something here to maybe try and take this. I know that the remix is not gonna care about this whatsoever. It's a resisted hit from a monstrous defense stat. So I'm actually gonna switch into Ditto here to be the Steelix, and then I'm gonna click Roar to try and shuffle some things around and see what he's got to try and deal with the Steelix, because probably not a whole lot. He might predict that and go for Roar here, but really outside of Absol, there's not a whole lot that, we got DC'd again. Okay. And Chim's saying let's do this on Showdown, and I gotta agree. So we will be back. Okay, challengers, so here we are. We're back at the same place that we were, as I hit him for 20 and he hits me for 27. So it's gonna be much easier for us to do our math now. We know that he hit me for 27, so that's definitely a mid-range roll for adamant max attack, and I hit him for 20, which is maybe even less than max HP. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. He's got to have some investment. This is a crazy set, actually. Maybe he's, because if I only hit him for 20. I'm really curious. I'm really curious what he's got on his set. So maybe some defense investment? Maybe Impish? With some defense investment? It's got to be something like that. It's a curious set. I don't want to get too weakened so that this thing can't take on Scolipede. So I'm going to switch into Remix here. Take a small amount from the rocks. And he's going to switch actually into Celebi, as we see that the rain goes away. So earlier we discussed the possibility that the Politoed was scarfed, and it might not have been, it might have just been very heavily speed invested, because it could actually outspeed my Zap Zap without it. But now we know, at the very least, it is not carrying the Damp Rock. What we don't know is what Celebi has got for me. So what does a Celebi do to a Steelix? This is something I haven't you don't calc this every day, I gotta tell you. Earth Power will hit me hard. Earth Power will hit me really hard. I think I like Zap Zap in this matchup here. And we'll see what he's got. He's going to go for Nasty Plot. That's no fun. That's no fun at all. He could very easily pass this over to the Tornadus. If he's got any amount of speed to outspeed me, he could pass it to the Diancie. This man's going for game right now. But if he passes, Remix can always come in also. I'm going to click Heat Wave. He's going to go for Psychic. He's going to do 61. I'm going to Heat Wave him. Nasty Plot Psychic. See, now I could just be him. Unfortunately, this being my primary check to Tornadus is now... It's now pretty much gone. He could switch up moves here. Predicting that the Absol will try and take advantage of this, come in safely. I might want to just go into DDG. Because I might need to Lunar Dance the Zap Zap. DDG is far less important. It's a decent switch into Politoed. It's an okay switch into a lot of other things. We know the Steelix packs Toxic. So I'm actually going to go into Cress here. He's going to switch it up for Giga Drain, 37%, and do a lot to me there. My Heat Wave did 52 to U-turn me on. We've seen Psychic and Giga Drain. I'm going to Moonlight and... no, he's just going to get back up to full health. This seems like such a massive waste of Lunar Dance here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ah, that sucks. I did not want to lose DDG like this. He's going to get some more health back with that Giga Drain. But I am going to Lunar Dance. And bring in Zap Zap again. I think this time I'm going to switch to Ditto. No, I'm going to Heat Wave. I'm going to Heat Wave again. This thing would be massively useful against the Tornadus. That's definitely what it was there for in the first place, but I need this thing weaker. He could probably... I'm going to click Heat Wave again. I don't think he'll click Giga Drain this time, so it could be... You know what? Well, I'm going to die to switch in on rocks anyway. I got to let this thing go now. There's no reason for me to switch it up. I think he knows that. He's actually going to switch into Tornadus and take a Heat Wave. He risked a burn there. He really did. He's got to go for a move. He's going to keep the Celebi around. I still cannot survive the rock switch in, and I have no other way of getting them away from the field. So, might as well click Roost. Now, you know what? He might click Taunt. He might click Taunt. I'm just going to click Volt Switch, actually. I know, because the thing is, if he messes up, then I could potentially Roost and survive this. But if he taunts me, I want to get some damage off. He's going to click Psychic. Safe Psychic. That's fine. Won't teach us much, but I can go into Remix and be a scarfed version of this man. Heat Wave did 20%. What does that mean to me? Heat Wave did 20% means that it's Assault Vest. Assault Vest with a decent amount of investment. I see Knockoff, U-Turn, Psychic, and Hurricane. And me being a Scarfed variant with less HP than his Torn T. Let's look at this again. Hurricane, Psychic, U-Turn, Knockoff. Hurricane, Psychic, U-turn, knockoff. Man, I'd love to get rid of his item. He could switch into Diancie here. He probably will. So here's the move that he has to decide whether or not I click knock off and remove his assault vest if he wants to risk that, or whether or not I click U-turn and try and get some momentum here. But nothing I have really wants to take that from Torn. And meanwhile, he is gonna beat me in a 1v1 here. If he's 252 there, and I'm not, I'm 48 with 252. His Hurricane is gonna hurt me a lot more than mine's gonna hurt him. That said, I do have a chance to 2-hit KO him. I think he has a switch into his own Hurricane. He's Assault Vest. What does that mean to me? This, the Goldilocks isn't weak enough, unfortunately. Hurricane is resisted by Diancie. Will 2 Psychics do it? I gotta hope that 2 Psychics will do it. They will not. They will not do it. It's gotta be Hurricane if I'm doing it against the Torn. Unless I click knock off here. Hurricane. Yeah, he's gonna stay in, and I'm gonna confuse him. I need that luck, and he gets a U-turn off. Okay. So you can switch into something to take the U-turn. I've lost both of my walls here, so it's time to activate offensive pressure. Free Rocks is the name of his Diancie. With Torn T, he's... definitely not a great situation for me. Would have been nice to get that bit of luck with the confusion, but I'm not gonna beg for hacks here. The problem I have now is that with the Tornado still around, I can't safely click Earth Power with Prince. But I need to weaken that Steelix if I have any hope of winning this game. And I think I need to keep Remix around. I am in a really, really, really bad spot here. And unfortunately, I'm going to need to lose something here. And it's probably got to be Dwayne. Yeah, it's got to be Dwayne. Diamond Storm does 29. Iron Head is the hardest thing I have for Diancie. It's resisted, of course, by the Steelix. Steelix resists most of my moves. Let's click it anyway. Oh, he's gonna go into the Celebi. Who's gonna live that? That's unfortunate. Remix could come in and be this Celebi. I don't want to give it too much health back. Keeping Dwayne around would be nice. Don't know that last move. Could be Recover. go remix. And see what he's got. He does go for the Giga Drain. That's resisted. Let's see this last move of his. Dazzling Gleam. Hardest hitting move I have against this Celebi. He just popped a Giga Drain for 17.5 on me. $17.5 is, looks to be not really invested. Could be like an expert belt or something like that. Dazzling Gleam's not going to do too much. Grass is resisted by Scolipede. And the Torn. No, Dazzling Gleam is resisted by the Steelix, if I want to go for it. That's the hardest hitting move I have for the Celebi. Let's hard switch into Prince, as he opts to go for a Giga Drain. That sucks for me. That prediction did not pay off in my favor. I could have actually taken out that Celebi right there. Sludge Wave is good against everything but the Steelix. The Steelix slows the game down and I can make some moves around it. However, it is pretty much the only stop right now. The only stop to me winning this game is that Steelix being there. So I have to decide whether I'm playing for differential or playing to try and win here. If I click Flamethrower and he switches into Politoed, I've put myself in a miserable situation. So I might have to click Earth Power, which is decent against the Politoed. Flamethrower is the safest except if he goes into Politoed. I could switch back into Remix. No. I think I gotta click Flamethrower. It hits this, and so if I'm attacking what's in front of me, Flamethrower kills it. If I'm attacking the predicted switch into... Why would he switch into Steelix? He doesn't know that I'm Scarfed. So if I click Sludge Wave, he might think I'll just switch it up right after that. If he thinks I'm going to go for Flamethrower, he would switch into Politoed. I'm going to click Sludge Wave here, and he's going to stay in, and he's going to go down. Now he knows he can go into Steelix, but I can make moves around this. Celebi is dead. Let's click some things off here. I've lost Zapdos and Cress. And he's lost Celebi. And he knows I'm locked into Sludge Wave. So he'll probably go for Roar. Which I wouldn't mind. I'm gonna go into Remix, I think. The one thing is I don't want Absol to come in. It's still too early for Absol. And the chance that he brings it in right now is unfortunately pretty high. Let's go Dwayne. I think he'll Roar. There's a chance... Oh, he's going to hard switch into Dat Boy. Good play on his part. Might need to let this go down. And might need to use that as an advantage to... I need to see. Politoed. I gotta be honest, I'm assuming Scarf. Timid Scarf in the rain, or maybe not Timid Scarf, but yeah, Hydro will actually kill me. What can I still use Dwayne for? Remix is probably just as good a switch into Steelix as anything else. I still need a chance to set up with Absol on something. It's looking to be, now that the Celebi's gone, is only this Mon if it's not a powerhouse against me. But we know that he'll lock into something right now if he's Scarfed. Ironhead's resisted, so there's not really any point in doing that. Rock Slide hits the Tornadus if it comes in, so let's do that. He is gonna go for the Scald 37 and take me out. I'm losing a lot of ground really quickly here, but I'm still not out of it because there is still a chance. There is still a chance here. I am invested to outspeed I believe, Jolly base speed 70, which is what Metagross would hit. And that's the same speed tier as Politoed. So I can safely assume that I will still outspeed as Prince. What I cannot safely assume is that I will kill him as Prince. In fact, there's a really good chance I don't at his current HP. So let's go Remix here, because it's too early for that. Scald, Encore, Psychic Endeavor. He's locked into that Scald. If he's... I mean, at this point, I'm still not 100% sure. He might not be. He might just be speed invested. And the fact that he has Encore, it really doesn't scream to me that he is... that he's Scarfed. But that is a magical set. Gotta weaken this. Scald, even though it is resisted, it is stabbing in the rain, so it will do more than the Psychic to everything on this team. He goes for Scald. He outspeeds me. Now we know for a fact he actually gets a crit, which is very unfortunate. Neither of us get burns. He wins the speed tie. I win that speed tie, and I still don't get a burn, and he takes out Remix. Dat Boy is now low enough that Prince can kill it. Let's do a quick math on his hits. Did he get 2 crits in a row? He crit me twice in a row. 44.2% with a crit against my version of him. So let's assume these are both Scarfed. Let's remember that I have this HP. I'm doing calcs here, guys, in case you're wondering, what's he clicking in the background there? I'm not sure. We're in the rain. Both have Scalds. His Scald crit me for 44.2%. Oh man, I actually would have lived more than 2. Shoot, that sucks. Okay, so probably a lot of special attack investment in the rain. Prince got to come in. I need to click something that will hit. Goldilocks resists these two, so I can't click them. Flamethrower will do nothing to Dat Boy, but will hit the... I think I have to click Earth Power on it. But then the Torn T... Yeah. With a good switch right now, he has game. With a good switch, he has game. Without it, there's a chance he doesn't. He knows I can lock into something here. So he could let Dat Boy go down and then decide what to switch into. I think I have to click Earth Power. If the Torn comes in, Absol needs to set up against it and hope that I can go from there. So I'm going to Earth Power Dat Boy. The rain has stopped and it is gone for Absol needs to set up on this. I need to unfortunately go down to it. And, I guess hope for a miracle against that Steelix. Alternatively, yeah, he's still, unfortunately, even in this setup, there's no move I can safely go for on this except Flamethrower, but it's resisted by the Diancie. I have to let him kill me here. He's gonna U-turn. He's actually gonna U-turn. Maybe go into Scully. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. Now, he didn't choke. I'm not sure that I can come back from this. If he goes into Steelix, he's just going to bait me to do another Earth Power. Scolipede almost certainly then has... he has Black Sludge. Almost certainly has Protect. I think he's just going to hard switch back into Torn Therian. Again, it's a huge decision here. If I click Earth Power and he stays in, I kill him, and then he gets a free switch into Torn T, and I let him kill me. If he hard switches into Torn T, I let him kill me, and I set up on it again. I can't switch here. Absol is my win condition. There's literally nothing else I can do. He's gonna go for the Protect. He will now outspeed me. I see what he did there. Yeah. He's now gonna outspeed me. And Absol can't set up against this thing. I had to have switched to Absol there. Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna hard switch into Torn. Lucky me. Please kill me. Please kill me. That's all I'm asking. Torrent Up is a great nickname. I need him to kill me, honestly, because this is my last chance. I need to set up against this monster. He's gonna U-turn again? Yep, U-turn again. Back into Cater Killer. This time I'm gonna hard switch into Absol if I can kill him with a Sucker Punch. Can I do that? Probably not. Because if he's running that, Scolipede, because if he's running Black Sludge, I mean, I could potentially. I think there's no way he goes for an attack here predicting the Absol play, because that's not safe and there's no reason for him to do that. I gotta switch into Absol here and hope he clicks Protect. He does. 76. He could Protect again. I think I have to click Swords Dance. This is weird. Here's why it comes down to this. If I click Sucker Punch, I might not kill him, or I might. And then he'll switch and I won't be at +2. He might protect again to see if I'll click Sucker Punch. Maybe he thinks he can survive the Sucker Punch. There's a good chance he can, and he just goes straight for the attack. But I don't have a choice here. This is one of my game opportunities, and I'm gonna do it. He goes X Scizor, and unfortunately, so I'm not sure whether or not I would have killed him with that. That is too darn bad, ladies and gentlemen. Too darn bad. I'm gonna lock myself into Flamethrower. He's of course gonna outspeed me, and that is a 4-0 victory to Chim. Good job, Chim. Great game. Yeah, good game, bud. Yeah, I could have gone for this. I'll have to ask him later what his set was to see whether or not the Sucker Punch would have killed him. But even if I had killed him, the Diancie could have come in, and then I wouldn't have been able to do anything. Having the Scolipede dead, I still think he had the game. So he didn't choke there. That was a good move on his part. There wasn't really anything else I was able to do there. Once he got the speed up, he was able to outspeed me. Whether the sucker killed or not, if it did kill, the scenario is he could go into anything he wants. If he went into the Steelix, I'd go for a Swords Dance, then take an Iron Head, not be able to kill him, and another Iron Head would probably kill me. If he goes into the Torn, I'd maybe kill that. If he goes into the Diancie, I would have to set up a Swords Dance also, but a Moonblast would kill me and would then kill the Nidoking. So my one chance there was to survive and go for the Swords Dance there at the end. That was my only chance there, so I really was going to try for that. Unfortunately, didn't work out for me, and this is the biggest losing streak that the GiEnteis have ever suffered. But that puts us at 3-4. I'm not too bent out of shape about it. You know what? The scene keeps getting harder and harder, and I'm still pretty close to a 500 team. That's my MO, guys. I've always been right around there. Did a little bit better than that last season, but we'll see what comes from this season. I'm gonna go chat with my friend here on Discord. So thank you guys for watching. I want to give a shout out to, even though I didn't really use them much, to Rizzy Pow, who genned my Pokemon. He's been a real trooper for me, and I really do appreciate that he's helping me out so much. Great prep on Chimpac's part. Please go check out his channel, guys. He great battler. He really does deserve all the love. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I don't know why you'd like me losing so badly and getting outplayed like that, but you know what? I went for a team build that he brought very different then, and unfortunately didn't pay off for me. His speed tiers were very hard for me to deal with, and he brought a great team, so I really got to give him props for that. Great job, Chimp. Hope to see you again and battle you again some other time soon. As always, my name's Gym Leader Geo. You guys are the challengers. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time.